Hi, we're back with another Mountain Climbers episode. And today we're going to be talking about identity, voice, and self expression. We're here with someone from the community who understands what it's like to live life with IDD. And I'm going to read off his bio so that you can hear him in his own words, but it's an introduction. Todd Erickson joined Life Services Alternatives in 2021 as a resident and now serves as an assistant caregiver, supporting his peers with compassion and leadership. And he is a passionate self advocate and a member of Advocacy in Motion, or AIM. He's delivering speeches all across California on voting and disability advocacy. And he's a dedicated film student focused on voiceover and directing. Todd plans to continue mentoring others as a future volunteer instructor. And also, he is a graduate of the AIM program as an ambassador. And so right now he's living in independent living. And he is continuing to inspire all of those who are around him with optimism, commitment to helping others thrive. And so,
Yep.
Hello, Todd. Welcome.
Hello, Hidayah.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Prepared.
Yeah, I'm glad you're prepared. That is better than I feel right now. So I'm gonna we're old friends. We're gonna shoot from the hip, and we're gonna ask you some questions. Is that all right?
Yeah.
What'd you eat for breakfast this morning?
I had 2 boiled eggs. I had a cheese stick. I had 2 protein bars. I had a apple and orange. 3 cups of coffee. 3 ginseng fizz sticks, and I had that's all I remember.
Okay. You were hungry?
Yogurt.
All right.
Yogurt, banana, bowl of cereal.
You were hungry, but you were also health conscientious.
Walnuts, almonds too.
Oh, there was more. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You done?
Yeah.
You finished now?
Done.
That was it? Okay,
All done.
Good.
Yeah.
Tell me something. You seem like you're at the top of your game. What do you feel like right now in your life? How do you feel about your life right now?
I always have to increase. Always have to
Always room.
Always room. Never plateau.
Oh, nice.
Always put the angle to go up even more and more.
Like a
The
mountain.
pedometer.
Like a mountain climber.
Yes.
Okay,
Like the mountain
all
climber.
right.
Always
That's awesome.
always ascending.
Okay.
I mean, there are times when I don't absolutely ascend, but I still do what I exactly probably would want to do, but not most importantly I'm probably doing.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Perhaps you can tell me something that you do today that makes you feel like you're on top of the mountain.
Today, well, I got up early and had a good preparation for the meeting today.
Oh, so being prepared makes you feel like you're on top of the mountain.
Yes, I
Wow.
read through our receipt here
Yeah.
and looked it over, discussed it yesterday with my parents, and they had a good feel for it. So I asked them the questions and advice, and they gave it to me and said, just do your best.
Yeah. You know what? I like that. Because it's on here and you prepared so well. Do you mind if I ask you one of our questions that we've been pondering?
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself to someone who's just meeting you?
I am a venturist, always trying to create a better day for myself, but also for others, and always trying to esteem to higher. So independent and always trying to press the freedom to independence power.
That's nice. What does independence or having a voice mean to you in everyday life?
Independence, it means absolutely everything. You become the absolute power of all your audience. You don't have any deficiencies. Independence gives you, like what I say, is a freedom, basically.
Yeah. And do you feel free?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always free of independence, always, every day.
Yeah.
May not always operate on the best, but it's free.
I think everyone can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're human.
that's right.
We're not always going to be on 100%.
That's right. Why don't you talk to me now a little bit more when you're not on the top of your game? How does that feel to you?
Well, right now, I am because I didn't exercise yesterday because I thought it was raining. I wouldn't have enough time to go out and bike ride. I have to get up early. It's only at 2 hours. So I also thought today I didn't clean my apartment yesterday or the day before. Got my clothes all washed and cleaned, but didn't clean. I put the dishes away, put the dirty dishes in there. Did my laundry on Tuesday before the interview. Anything else?
Well, I mean, I think that's relatable, Todd, because like you, I also did not do my dishes yesterday, and I can't remember the last time I cleaned my room, and I think that all of those things help, and they help. It sounds like certainly in your case, help us feel a little bit more like we're on top of our game.
I try.
Maybe you can talk to me a little bit about some of the things that you like. And I know we have a list, and I'm trying to hit it because I know you prepare for this. But
we're all in 100.
Yes. What do you wish people understood about people who have IDD?
We all have a different experience, but we try to always, I think, we all respond differently. So every experience you experience with people with IDD is always going to be different from each person. There's no staple clip you're in. No, it's always, everything is absolutely organically different, 100%.
Kind of like, just because you talk to me doesn't mean that you know every person who looks like me or who acts like me or comes from my background.
Yes.
Well, boy, will my husband be happy to hear that. There's a part of me that wants to just listen to you. And I think that part is about the resources you had to get you here, because not everybody has had those same resources. So why don't you talk to me a little bit about how you've gotten now to what you say you still have more to go, which I totally believe that. I'm bought in.
Yeah.
But how did you get to what some might consider the top of your game?
I appreciated, I excelled with a lot of difficulty, a lot of setbacks, a lot of difficulties, but I always wanted to go higher, go and do better. I felt like I got here because I have a good support system. I have a good energy of what I need to do. Like when I went to get my apartment all boarded up, yeah. I had to ask my parents to come over and help me with that. And also, I like to do my freedom.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
No, that was perfect. I was just asking who helped you get here. Because, sometimes you try to climb a mountain or you try to get to a place, and it doesn't matter who you are, you need help.
Yeah, person.
Everybody needs help. I'm asking, who was your help team?
My help was my brother.
What's your brother's name?
Mark.
Mark, okay.
He is always on the strong side of my influence, of giving me the right confidence, the intuition and ideas of how to make a better life for myself. Like, we go camping.
Nice.
We go working out. We go running. We go spend time with his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you enjoy that.
I enjoy it a lot every time.
So having a sibling, having a family, it really helped you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how an only child goes out their day.
Well, for those of us who are...
one of the hardest things, because you get used to doing it your way, but then you have someone you got to go into to get another thought, or you can't agree.
Absolutely. And one thing that I appreciate that you said is, it seems like you have community. And so I know this one isn't a specific question, but who's a part of your community today? Besides your brother? Yeah,
right now?
Like,
right now is...
if you had to name companies, organizations.
AIM.
AIM, okay. Tell me about AIM.
AIM has someone... They have people there that work with us, so And also, I'm also trying to figure out the TDW, Transition to Work program.
Okay.
And transition to work, I actually have to I have to write a few things down and get a appreciation letter of recommendation from people here. Possibly, I don't know who else, but people probably from LSA.
Okay. And obviously you've been with LSA for in and around our community for a while. So why don't you tell me about that? So now we're going back further in time, and if I were to look at our carefully curated questions,
Yeah.
why don't you talk a little bit about why don't you talk about why and when you came to LSA?
I came to LSA because it gave me that support, like our system of support. They really did a good job. The last place I was at was not really home centered. It was more just, all right, show up to work. Okay, go watch, go do. LSA is a very collaborative help of professionals and where people work here.
Where you felt like you were a part of the decision making process.
Yes.
About your life.
Yes. Yeah. I came here because it was a solid home. People coming into work 100%. People living there are dedicated to do what they need to do. And I thought LSA could be good because it's one home instead of switching out staff, people getting possibly fired or whatever. But this is LSA, and this is the best what I could find.
Yeah. So then I know that, especially as we go through this conversation, there's probably going to be things that you want to share about your personal story. And if it's okay, I'd like to ask some of those questions now.
Yes, that's totally okay.
When I met you and we had our interactions, it was in a very special project. And that project was the Art of Inclusion.
The art, yeah.
Yeah, the art project. Do you remember what you painted during that time period?
Yeah, I painted 2.
Oh, that's right.
I painted 2 of them. I painted this turquoise color because it reminded me of my mom's ovarian cancer, of the color of ovarian cancer.
Yeah,
and
awareness.
Awareness, yes.
Yeah.
And I, guessing now I can make that design I made on it was like DNA. So it was like the DNA of what it tracked, what would look like maybe for ovarian cancer.
Yeah. And at the end of the Art of Inclusion, we auctioned off the pieces. And do you remember what you said about your piece when I asked you about it?
I said, I'm sorry, it's dedicated to my mom.
And you wouldn't let me sell it.
Yeah, no, that's a keeper.
Yeah. Where is it now?
It's in my dad's office, but I'm gonna have it moved to my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a lot more things up in my apartment.
Why didn't you let me sell it?
That's organic material right there. That's real life. It's a real thing to make that because it means so much to me that I didn't want to get rid of that memory.
Yeah. Your mother's name?
Laura Erickson.
Laura, and I'm apology, but for the recording and for those who are listening and viewing, Laura Erickson had ovarian cancer.
Yeah, type of ovarian cancer. They tried treatment, like all these beads were gonna stick to the process in her system, but it failed. So
sorry.
She kind of thought of it as like this: I've conquered breast cancer. I've conquered types of ovarian cancer, gone through chemotherapy. My body is going to be for science, and that so others have a stronger sense of what they should have in their cancer care for ovarian. So they did what they're going to do, and they tested the different types of medications on the ideas of what her cancer was with rats, and had to figure out, okay, so she donated her body to science.
Wow. Your mother was an amazing woman.
Thank you. Yeah, she worked extremely hard to get me where I was here right now. Before I got here, and everywhere I got was because of her push to get something done through a system.
Again, I know when you came to LSA, it sounds like your mom was no longer with us at that point.
Yes.
What type of mindset were you in because of that?
Um. Well, it was one less person I could receive help from, so I wasn't used to doing that more or less on my own. So that was a more difficult situation where I normally would have had my mom come over, my dad together, whatever. But I had to be a little more individually independent. Couldn't rely on my mom anymore because she was passed away. She's gone, and so that was another smaller setback to myself.
Yeah. No, that answers my question. I think that it explains too how I encountered you for the first time, and you don't remember this probably, but when I first met you, I didn't know who you were or whether or not you were working at LSA or not. I was new to LSA, and I remember I was welcoming people into the class, and I saw this blur go past me, and I was like, "What was that?" And then and then I looked and I was like, "Hi, my name is Hadia," and you said, "Hi, I'm Todd," and then you literally the class was over and you beelined out, and I was like, "What was that?" So for me, I didn't know if you were even enjoying the class. I thought you didn't like me, you didn't like the class, but you were just keeping your head down.
Well, I was also on heavier medication.
Oh wow, okay.
I was on different types of medications, and some of them make you very, very tired.
Wow.
So they don't make you as social that you would be having right now.
And
I wouldn't have the independence to do it like I do now here.
Wow.
With you're doing right now.
Yeah.
As you're doing questions, or me living on my own, there's no way. I thought, oh, it's gonna be 10 years, maybe sometime 50s or 40s, but never 30 or 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. I do have a few more questions if it's okay with you.
Yeah.
Because there's people who are going to listen to this and they're going to be in the exact same shoes that you were all those years ago when I met you and when you came to LSA. What's the one piece of advice you would give to them if you could, your old self, if you could?
Always keep a benchmark. Always go for a higher benchmark. Set a benchmark. Okay, I've gotten this goal. This is where I've set it. Let's go higher. Let's go higher in elevation. Let's go higher. Keep pushing the envelope higher and higher and higher to where you can get the seemingly most best day for yourself, powerful for yourself.
And I love that. I think if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying always have a goal.
Always.
And
even if you can't do it,
yeah.
Now you know, okay, I can't do this one. I can do the next maybe one that's best.
Yeah, and that's highly intuitive. What do your goals look like today, Todd? You said you always have a goal, right?
Yes,
well,
my goal.
What does it look like today?
Today, I have to clean my apartment.
Okay.
I gotta do that. Same thing. Yeah. But I also have to go bike riding. I have to get ready, and I have to go exercise today. But I haven't been able to exercise normally. But so the goal today, my goals that I have, are to always articulate what I need to do and to get myself going. I mean, the goals are to always get going forward.
Yeah, to keep in forward motion.
Keep forward motion. Yeah. Going in that direction of forward is not always the first 100 to go. It's always taking more time.
Yeah. Well, I certainly appreciate just the opportunity we've had to just talk. I do want to give you the last word.
Okay.
And so is there anything that we didn't cover that you might want to talk about now before we close out this particular segment?
Yes. I think most important, the support of yourself always needs another support to get that support going. Always constant reminders saying, hey, you're doing great. Remember that? You are doing great. You're doing well. Even today, I hadn't cleaned my apartment for a week or I wasn't cleaning it this week as much, but my parents didn't condemn it. they said, hey, you're doing great. I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah. So keep positivity in the
Definitely
forefront.
positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Always getting to do something, keeping active your mind busy, so you don't sit around and do very many non-important items. You got to always be like an engine or like a car. You always have to get something fixed. So you keep fixing and going
and making improvements.
For the better. Yeah.
I love that. Well, Todd, thank you so much for joining us today on the Mountain Climbers podcast. As usual,
absolutely,
it is always a pleasure just being able to listen to you and how you think and how you experience things. I'm hoping you'll come back again and we'll be able to get an update on how your life is going in just a little while. So this is my invitation to come back.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And stay active in your going forward.
That's right. Stay active in your going forward. Again, my name is Hadia Fain. I am Vice President of Marketing and Development for Life Services Alternatives. This is Todd Erickson. He is a former LSA resident, and our current AIM ambassador for the AIM program, which is Advocacy in Motion. And we spent some time talking. Now I'm just going to try to kick it with Todd. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. And our next individual that we are going to interview is Minerva Perkash. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about independence, routines, and daily life. So please do stay tuned for that. We're looking forward to seeing you, hearing you on the next podcast. And bye for now. Bye-bye.